Do you believe nearly everyone loves stories? Real ones or imaginative ones? How about you? Look at the following pictures and see whether you know something about the stories. You will probably find you love stories more than you know you do. I guess even though you cannot retell the stories, at least you can say something about them. There is no culture worldwide without stories. When there were people, there were stories, and they began telling stories. Stories are part of our life. A Native American proverb says, "Those who tell stories rule the world." How do you understand it? To what extent you agree to the story? To what extent you agree to the proverb? In writing, telling stories is to narrate or to write narrative essays or paragraphs. In this lecture, we are going to understand what a narrative essay is and to understand the important elements in narratives. First of all, choose one from the two tasks and try to finish a narrative essay. Task 1. Write a short essay to tell about your most unforgettable traveling experience. Task 2. Write a short essay to tell about your first experience of doing something. Before you start writing, think about the following questions. 1. Why do I choose to tell this traveling or experimental experience? 2. When and where did the story take place? 3. Who was involved? 4. What happened first? Next. 5. How did the story end? Probably you found you love reading or listening to stories. But narrating or writing a story that even happened to you is no fun or easy job. Let's start from the beginning. What is a narrative? Although the four genres, narration, description, exposition, and argumentation, also known as the modes of discourse, have been criticized by some composition scholars, we still borrow a definition to give you a clearer idea about such kind of writing tasks. Narrative is a kind of writing that presents events in some kind of time sequence with a distinct beginning, middle, and ending, but not necessarily in strict chronological order, and that is written for the purpose of making a point. When we talk about narratives, most of the time we refer to stories. Only under very few special occasions may it not be set in stories. For example, when your instructor asks you to write a book report, it definitely is not a story. So here, we use narratives to mean stories. In organization, a story usually includes an introduction, plot, characters, setting, climax, and conclusion. Here are some essentials to writing a narrative essay. Some indication of the narrative significance. Vivid detail. Point of view. Who is telling the story? First person or third person? Tense. Usually past tense, but not necessarily. There are different ways to organize a personal narrative. The most common one is the chronological order, that is from beginning to end. Sometimes some writers begin in the middle of the story and fill in the details afterwards. A third way is to start telling the end of the story and go back to the beginning afterwards. An experienced writer always has good reasons for selecting a certain way to organize the narrative essay. Before you write, spend some time thinking about the essential elements and select a way to organize your essay. Let's read a sample essay. Read the essay Frustration at the Airport and answer the following questions. Were you engaged in the story? Do you think it is a good piece of writing? Do you think the essay needs some improvement on any aspect? Sometimes narration serves as part of expository or argumentative essay, and narration is always combined with description as well. Whether it is a narrative essay or narration as part of the essay, the essential elements are the same. So read more, think more, and practice more. You will feel that you are better and better at writing stories. This is the last lecture in this series. Hope you learned something useful. Let me know if there are some questions. Thanks for watching.